Well, hello and welcome to the Bourne Financial Coaching video series and podcast. I'm your host, Connor. I'm really thankful and happy that you were able to find your way to this YouTube channel, to this podcast, because I'm just starting out in terms of this business in particular, just trying to be very frugal as it relates to all of my advertisements. So if you found this video, good for you. Good for you. And, the purpose of what we're going to be trying to do here at Bourne Financial Coaching is really be able to add to the competence and confidence of folks that we work with in a variety of ways. And we're going to have so many great conversations about not just some of what I like to call the practical and tactical side of personal financial decision making, but also to really be able to hone in on that personal side of personal finance and get to talk some behavioral finance and really get to help equip you whether or not you're talking about things that are going to happen 30 years from now, and being ready for that, whether we're going to talk about the advantages of things like paying your house down, or if you're nervous and it's the holidays and you don't want to spend all the money that folks are going to kind of expect you to spend, because to be honest, you don't really want to spend that money anyway. So we're going to talk about a variety of different things. But before we really dive in, I want to take the opportunity here in this first episode and share just a little bit of my story, in order for you to sort of understand where I'm coming from and get to know me a little bit. Hopefully, I get to know some of y'all, whether or not it's through comments and things like that on these platforms, or potentially getting to work with me as a client. In order to work with me as a client, all you need to do is go to my website and click on schedule a free consultation. And, we'll be able to talk about what that could look like and if that could be a successful thing for you. But so to back up and to really start from the beginning as it relates to why Born Financial Coaching, what's the deal, what's going on. Really we're going to start at going back to 2000, kind of that 2017 2018 time frame. We've all gone through a global pandemic in that time frame, so I know it feels like 35, 45 years ago, but just about 5, 6 years ago. um, One of the things that I got to do at my church was I got to lead a small group through a personal financial decision making study. It was called Your Money Counts. It was by a gentleman named Howard Dayton, Compass Financial Resources, great ministry in the Central Florida area. And I got to lead that small group for church just based off of the job I was in at the time. And, well, I think folks really appreciated that. And I just kind of put that in the bucket of, this could be good opportunities from time to time to lead these studies, help folks with their personal financial decision making, but I've got things that I'm doing on the real estate side. Um, and so fast forward now, we're going to go all the way from sort of that 2017 time frame all the way to 2023. And it's been a big year of transition for me. My job that I was in, I was representing different real estate investments. Um, it had me traveling throughout most of the country. The territory that I was covering was pretty much everything east of the Mississippi River. So on the road a lot. And one of the greatest blessings in my life came to fruition in that my wife and I, or my wife became pregnant, and we were able to have our first boy um, here in July. And I wanted to be able to spend more time at home. I didn't want to be on the road as much. Um, and I wanted to put some of my previous experience together with some of my passions, but I didn't quite totally know how to connect those dots. So as I transitioned out of my role in the investment or real estate investment sales world, um, I was sort of at a loss. And what I was able to do, what I was gifted the opportunity to do, was go to Dallas, Texas, and work with a gentleman named Bill Hendricks. Bill Hendricks is the founder of a program called the Giftedness Center. And everything that the Giftedness Center is all about, and all my time out there in Dallas, as I was doing a lot of self reflection work, it was trying to find that intersection of my motivation and ability, right? Everybody has their motivators, the thing that gets them really excited. And a lot of people have, or everybody has abilities. They've got the ability to do certain things. Sometimes those don't match up. I could love to sing, and trust me, you don't want to hear me sing. uh so sometimes they don't match up, but sometimes they do. And when they do, it can not only allow you to really excel at your role because you are excited to be there and motivated to be there, but what it can also do is give you that intrinsic value. As Bill Hendricks puts it, it's not just about the paycheck, but it's about the payoff. So, went through that program, had a lot of great self discovery. And my big takeaway from that time was talking about teams and dreams. If there was two words to describe me and really everything I've done that I valued as significant throughout my entire life, whether or not it was personally or professionally, kind of boiled down to these two words, these two concepts: teams and dreams. By teams, what I mean is I've always loved to be on teams. I've always loved to do that, and I've always loved to participate in, whatever sport activity, as long as we're doing it together. And that has carried on past my athletic days into whatever work that I'm doing. And so, along with teams, I love to help execute on a plan. Maybe it's the football player in me of the past. As we had our game for the week, we were practicing to get ready to play the opponent and hopefully beat the opponent. Um, as if I'm going to be a part of a team, I want to be helpful in terms of achieving those goals and achieving the goals of whoever I'm with. So I had that, but I yet again, I really couldn't, I really wasn't seeing that rubber meets the road moment where I was able to take, ideas that were admittedly a little abstract there with teams and dreams. But so taking those ideas and then kind of asking, what does this look like for me in real life? What will people pay me to do where I can intersect teams and dreams and really help folks out? So as the summer kind of wore on, I was chatting with some folks, and just conversation after conversation kept on kept on drawing me to this idea of being a financial coach. Um, and it took me a little while to warm up to it in terms of exactly what that would look like, because it took me so long to get there. It just, I needed to hear it and hear it just a couple more times. But I finally realized how much I have really enjoyed uh, not just getting to teach folks about money and finance. I do have a teaching background as well. Um, And what I could then do was be able to help be a part of somebody's team as their financial coach as they work towards executing and achieving those dreams. So, it could be anything from getting out of debt to, um, trying to navigate home ownership and what in the world should I be doing on the mortgage side of things. Maybe it's that vaunted four-letter word, budget, that you just don't quite know how to wrap your arms around. And I think that I am really uniquely positioned to get to tackle a lot of those issues and even more. And do it in a way that is going to be approachable and sort of demystify a lot of what folks might think the financial world is all about. So, in summation, I wanted to share a little bit about that. And I wanted to share just my quick teams and dreams story to yet again put it out there that I am somebody that can very well be an appreciating asset on your balance sheet. And by appreciating asset means I'm going to make you money, or I can make you money. I can be that appreciating asset on your balance sheet as we work towards achieving goals. Whether or not it's building up your emergency fund, if you're in a transition phase of life and need to reassess certain things, I can be helpful there as well. I want to be a part of your team to help you achieve your financial dreams. And I would love for whoever's listening to consider chatting with me and scheduling a consultation just to see if I, if this could fit and this could work and we could work together. So there is a link below to my website where you can see a little bit more about me, but I just wanted to share everything that's going on and a little bit of the why behind the launch of Bourne Financial Coaching. Thanks so much, and hope to have many more fun episodes and many episodes where I'm not talking about myself as much as I am helping folks out there and getting to talk about really relevant issues as it relates to personal finance. Thanks.